Welcome back, everyone, to another episode. We are here for another episode of everyone's favorite place to be on a Wednesday morning. Where else would you rather be on the internet on a Wednesday morning, Brandon? But right here at Practice, the show. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of everyone's favorite place to be on a Wednesday evening in prime time. Pitch Practice.
The show.
What's up, everybody? Hashtag where you watching from down in the comments. My name is Mark, and I'm the guy behind the Mental Marketer and the private Facebook group Funnel Building 101. I teach the newest art and science of funnel building to help content creators sell other people's stuff.
Brandon here with BKXX Enterprises, your chief business strategist and digital plumber, helping you fix those leaky sales funnels and get all the leads your business needs to grow and survive. Sorry, man, it has been a week already, and I know it's only Wednesday, got 2 more days. But today we got a great episode for you. There is some big rumblings in the marketing world going on right now. A highly affluent entrepreneur and ancient funnel hacker is preparing something huge. If you don't know who he is, you've probably been living under a rock, because Mr. Alex Hormozi, MrAcquisition.com, is back in the spotlight with his highly anticipated third book, 100 Million Money Models. And it's about to flip the game for entrepreneurs everywhere. As you know, in his first 2 books, he showed you how to grow with offers and leads. Now he shows you the exact maximum, shows you how to extract the maximum amount of money from every customer using premium, free, and discount offers you've probably never considered. So tonight we're going to be walking through the secret chapter that I received before the launch, covering how Hormozi uses those tactics and offers to flood his pipeline, and the psychology behind the premium offers that sell, and how to stack these models to capture and convert more customers. So join us tonight as we break down the launch, share our takeaways, and show you how these money models could be the missing piece for your business.
Well said.
How'd I do? Did I stumble through that good enough? I stumbled through it good enough. And my screen, I look like I'm freaking recorded by a potato right now. Hold on. Let's see if I can...
Yeah, you keep changing colors there. You keep changing colors. Hey, I want to throw a shout out there to May.
There
How
we go.
are you doing, May? Hey, good to see you out there on LinkedIn. I'm going to reach out to you so we can do this, May. Don't forget. I haven't forgotten about you. That's what I'll say. Glad to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Great job, Brandon.
Yeah, sure. I was off the seat of the pants there. Anyway, no, it's going to be a good show. Mark, you want to put up the link? Because it's this Saturday, so we got 3 days to register. Throw up the link there. Get registered. It's 100% free. And if you were out on his last one, you know it's going to be a freaking amazing event. We went through. He did Russell's perfect webinar. We're going to be talking about that a little bit tonight as well. And he ended up giving everything away for free again. So who knows what he's going to be giving away now? But yeah, sign up. It is an affiliate link. I don't make any money if you sign up through me, but there are some pretty cool prizes that I'll be able to share with anybody that did show up. So if you sign up, shoot me a DM and from Facebook or whatever, saying that you signed up, and give me your email address. So that way, when I get all of the prizes or whatever, I can email them out to you. Only need 10. So 10 people sign up, we're going to get some prizes. So that's it. That's it for that.
Okay, awesome. Great giving us that information. What was I going to say? Yep, there it is. We got the QR code that you can scan right here on the screen. And that's also shooting the link out in the comments. So in that link, you'll be able to register for the Alex Hormozi's 100 million money models presentation or webinar, if that's what you want to call it. And I think that's what we want to get into as well, because I think on his last launch, he kind of flipped the whole webinar strategy upside down in his presentation. And I think that's one of the reasons why there's such a big anticipation, but there's such a big anticipation about this launch, because everybody's wondering, what is he going to do? So there's the link right there. I want to mention something, Brandon. And he's been running a lot of ads.
He has been running a lot of ads. He has been doing every type of marketing and lead generation that he talks about in $100 million leads. From direct mail, affiliate. He has his affiliate army out there, and I'm actually looking at the leaderboard now. He has a lot of people signed up. I think the top affiliate has over 3,000 people signed up underneath of him. Top 10 combined is averaging about 1,500. So, yeah. So
that means that chances are, if you're watching this, if you're watching us right now, that you've seen an ad come across your feed for Alex Hormozi. Let us know down in the comments, what is your feedback about the ads that you've seen? Do you like them, or what are your thoughts? Do you think he's going overboard, or what do you think? What do you think about the sheer volume? And from what I heard, 630 ads. And I think this came from someone that actually went behind the scenes in his Facebook. Well, you can go behind the scenes and you can see the ads that people are running on Facebook simply by going to the Facebook ads library. I think I had heard a number in the 600s.
It wouldn't surprise me, from the simple fact that he practices what he preaches. One of his early stories about advertising, especially when it came to his gym, was about sending out flyers. And he thought he was doing a big deal with handing out like 5,000 flyers, and his mentor was like, once. It's kind of like knocking him for it, because his mentor would like test it with 50,000 or something like that. So he understands that, if you can't outspend your competition, you're not going to be, number one, so to speak. Those who can spend the most amount of money wins. So, he's studied under Russell, he studied under Dan, and he's taken all those principles and has, implement them. And he can do that, as somebody that's in the acquisition business. He's buying businesses and having an equity stake in them, helping them grow, and skimming the profits off the top. I mean, it's a beautiful model. It's probably the best way to be in business, to be an entrepreneur. If you know how to help a business grow and make them money, you'll be able to profit and make money yourself.
Oh yeah. If you anything that you want, just be able to help other people get what they want, and you'll have what you want. And helping people get leads is what people want, and they're willing to pay money for that.
And they'll pay a lot of money for it, because if they know they can acquire a customer and keep that customer for a long time, it has a long lifetime value. And if you only have to pay for that lead, once, that's great. And the longer you can keep them, the more they make you, and the cost of acquisition actually goes down. And that's the name of the game. That's the name of the game.
Now, let me ask you, because I think you're probably more of an Hormozi fan than I am. I won't say I'm not a Hormozi fan, but to be honest, I still think of him as ClickFunnels Junior. How some people, they're all grown and on their own now, but you still look at them as that person. And he was in the ClickFunnels world for so long. he was featured in, I think it was, if it wasn't the 30 Days book, maybe it was one of the other ones. But I remember watching a video with him, and he was talking about his gym launch secrets during that time, when he was, I think that's probably when he had the majority of his success. And you and I, Brandon, along with Laura, we actually went through one of his books at the time, and it was the 100 million offers. We went through 100 million offers back in the day. So I have absorbed and read some of his material. And I remember the story that he told back then in that 100 million offers about, him being rock bottom, and then the way he created the offers is what actually saved him. What are you expecting from this book? What are you expecting from this book from Alex?
Well, the book's $100 million money models, and he's already done a couple YouTube videos. I didn't bookmark them to save them for this show, because this was kind of off the cuff for us to talk about tonight since it's happening Saturday. But he's already done some kind of previews of what's going to be in the book on his YouTube channel, so definitely go check him out to look it up. And it's just going to break down how to extract the most amount of money out of your clients as possible. Now, I don't mean to extract it in like kind of a dirty, schemy way, but it's a way to, one, profit higher off your customers by making them stay longer based on the offers that you have. And one of the ways I believe he spoke about was pulling customers forward. And it's not so much a new thing, because Cardone does it all the time, and he could be snaking it from him, in the sense that, okay, you got somebody coming up for renewal, you get them to renew early, give them a little bit of discount, and you lock them in for another 12 months. So that's just one of the tactics that I pulled from one of his videos. So it's definitely going to be a treat. It's probably going to give you a lot of aha moments and a lot of man, I knew that, but I really haven't thought about it in a while type moments, because even from his other two books, like nothing that he's written is anything new under the sun. Mm-hmm. It's just kind of retaught in a different way that he's learned from both Russell and Kennedy.
Yeah. His unique style, his unique stories, and how he conveys the same, marketing principles.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to watch it again in the frame of, is he going to follow the perfect webinar pitch again? This is going to be more of a summit type event as well, because he's pulling in 5 or 6 other people that he hasn't named to come speak. So I'm curious as to who he's going to bring in. Is old Russell going to be showing up for him as Alex has done for him in the past? Is Cardone going to speak? I mean, who are going to be the guys that are going to come back and help him out after he's helped them out type deal? So that's kind of curious to know who's going to be speaking.
So remember, I told you I always think of him as ClickFunnels. I have not seen him near ClickFunnels Funnel Hacking Live in the past few years, though.
Well, I can tell you his funnel is
not built.
Yeah, his funnel's not built on ClickFunnels. He's selling the book through Shopify, and he gave away a giant lead magnet a couple weeks ago. It was basically a whole bunch of just business data and information, along with a AI powered CRM from a company that we shall not name. So I don't know. I mean, he probably still uses funnels and probably has some old funnels out there. He's probably still paying for the software, but I don't think he's really all in, and like that's where everything, his whole ecosystem is pulled into.
Yeah. I remember we talked a couple weeks ago, and you gave me your opinion about it.
Yeah, it's terrible. That's all I gotta say. Look, I'm not here to knock anybody's software for what it is. If you like it, great. If you know how to use it, great. I don't like it because I don't know how to use it. I'll be upfront and honest with it. I think ClickFunnels is much easier and simpler, and log in, do the 2 or 3 things that you need to do, and log out and move about your day.
And
You
not
know,
to mention the new AI in there too. Oh, everybody doesn't have that AI, do they?
no, what are you talking about? The only
Oop.
AI that's in there is for the
Bardo PT.
well, you got Barnum, right? And then you have for the
Napoleon.
Napoleon. Yeah, that's it. So you got AI in there that way. So it's good.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but they do have the rudimentary AI funnel builder that's in there as well. So if you wanted it to have a funnel built for you really quickly, so you didn't have to put all the pieces together, you can go in there and kind of give it a little bit of a prompt on who you're trying to sell it to and things like that, and it kind of pulls everything together from Napoleon and writes rudimentary copy and things like that. But it at least gives you the structure for you then to edit. But other than that, there's really no more sophisticated AI that it has just yet. It's probably coming down the pipeline here soon.
Okay. And the other offer that you picked up from from Alex. Well, I don't know. I'm always one that always believes in, at least remembering where you came from and not burning bridges. Um, and yeah, just not burning bridges, but at least keeping the avenue of communication open, and just kind of going off track a little bit to talk a little bit about some more ClickFunnels, things that they have on the pipeline, which is the Offer Lab. And Offer Lab is the platform that's kind of designed to attempt to really bring everyone together, and not be so divisive as it has been in the past couple of years. But sometimes divisiveness serves some people's purpose. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard that if you can get half the country to hate you, you can become the president of the United States. So, and even reading expert secrets again, there's the zones of influence that you need to be in with prolific and controversial. There are certain zones, like if you're not in these zones, you're not going to be making any money. So like divisiveness is one of them, because you have to be able to pull your herd around you. If you can get people to your following, then they're going to give you money most of the time.
Right, right, right. So as far as excuse me, just not seeing him on the platform anymore, I hope that he would come back, because I do like a lot of the things that he teaches. And I think I like his straightforward way of delivering things. He's
Mhm.
a straightforward delivery, and he will put it into these phrases or these descriptions that are a way of describing things that you may not have heard before, that are really impactful, that really stick with you. And so regardless of regardless of what software he's using or what community he's around, definitely wish him the best. Definitely
Yeah,
wish
and
him
I
the
mean,
best.
he definitely has a lot of knowledge. He's been through the ringer once or twice, and he's accelerated a lot over the past couple of years. Um, just going all in and following the principles. Like he failed fast and he learned from his mistakes quickly. He definitely speaks above his age, I think, when it comes to entrepreneurship, because he's on. I mean, I'm telling my age, I'm going on 40, and I think he's like in his mid 30s. So he's younger than me, further than me, and but speaks like he's 20, 30 years older than me. So for what it's worth, I mean, listen to the guy.
Nice. And back to his launch, which is this Saturday. How long is the launch? What's the
It starts at noon. It's probably gonna. Well, there's 5 people speaking, so it's probably gonna be a couple hours. So plan accordingly. I don't know if there'll be a replay. Well, yeah, there'll be a replay because it'll be on YouTube. Because I just saw on my YouTube feed that there is a premiere happening under Hormozi's channel. So if you can't catch the whole thing, you probably watch the premiere. But he's only giving away the things that he's promising to give away during the live event. So you probably have to be there to get it.
Okay. Since it's on his YouTube channel, then I guess we don't need to opt in for it. We can just.
Well, you don't need to opt in, but if you want the book, you can join the VIP, obviously, and get the book early, as well as some of the goodies that he is going to be giving away. That'll probably be in the stream itself and not showing up on YouTube.
Cool. And and there was news about a secret leaked chapter that I hear you've got there.
Yeah, back way back. When did I even get this? Back in March, I think, when I signed up for something or other that he had in March. He leaked the chapter to his next book, and it was all about the money deal and what you got to do to be making the money. So won't bore you with reading the whole chapter for you. If you want it, sign up for the event. Let me know you sign up for it, and I will email it out to you. But basically, the core idea is in this how to make more money is, number one, generate demand before monetizing. And we hear it all the time, right? When you go to offer any type of product or course or anything like that, sell it before you make it. That way you have the funds to make it yourself, and you can test to see if it's even a viable product. Why go through all the time, effort, and energy to iterate, produce a product, and have it sit on the shelf and collect dust? It's just sunk cost that you don't need to do. And the best way to do it, to even see if the offer is even good, have heavy discounts. I think he even talked about in his offers book, when you're looking to bring new clients on, like, you discount at 90%, for the first 10, and then the next 10, it's, 75%, et cetera, et cetera. And then additionally with that, you can wrap them in additional promos to make them even more grand slam offers by promising them future things that are in development if they buy now. I mean, Tesla does it. Tesla did it. That's a great example. They pre-sold the Cybertruck. You had to put $100 deposit down before you can even buy the thing. So that's how you get the cash that you need to do the development to move projects forward.
It's kind of making sure that you're going to have a viable offer that people are going to want. Yeah. And you can raise the capital. You can raise the capital to actually develop it. Yeah.
And then the next concept they talked about in that chapter, premium offers. So sell high ticket first. That develops the absolute best outcome for your client. The advantages to it: higher the ticket, more revenue coming in. You get your targets quicker. You get the best quality customers, because the customers that owe you $5,000 a month, signs the checks without questioning. The ones that owe you $5 a month complains all the time, and you're always chasing their money because their credit cards always bounce. So sell high ticket, and he's not the only one that pushed that. I think Miss Eileen Wilder, a while back, we spoke with her, and her model was definitely sell high ticket first and then build out your value ladder from there.
I heard that. I heard that again from someone else last week. I had a Zoom call with a 2CCX award winner, and we were talking about working together on some funnel projects, and he's straight high ticket, and he preached the same thing: go straight to high ticket.
Yep, because again, those are your best customers. Dan Kennedy has a book, Sell to the Affluent. I think Myron Golden just put out a video a couple days ago telling you to sell to rich people, because rich people have the money. They're going to be your best customers. Now, that's not to say that there isn't a market for your middle and lower tier customers, but get your higher tier customers first. That way you can put in the infrastructure to serve your lower tier. Third thing the chapter talks about, free offers. Why free is good? Well, it delivers the highest lead volume at the lowest lead cost. Okay, because if it's free, you don't really have to run, ads to it too much, because it'll kind of gain by word of mouth. If it's free and it's good, people are going to share it anyway. It's great for small local markets. It creates opportunities for upsells and referrals, and it already works for massive brands such as Facebook, YouTube, Dropbox, Uber, and Netflix. They always have a free trial. In fact, ClickFunnels has a 14-day free trial, and at one time they had a 90-day free trial.
Yeah.
To kind of get you into the system, get
Well,
you using it, get you liking it, and once you're in it and everything's built, why cancel it since you already did all the work?
Well, technically, it was $100.
You paid for the course.
Yeah, but you would get so technically you could get a 90-day free trial you would get access for 90 days for $100. That was the best deal
That
ever.
was the best deal. I don't know if they're bringing that back or not, but that
Oh,
was one heck of a deal. That was a great deal for me to sell, because look, especially when I'm dealing with somebody that's a little bit hesitant about, and ClickFunnels targets the up and coming entrepreneur, and that's kind of who I deal with, as well as getting everybody hooked up online properly. They're starting from the bottom, right? So it was a great offer in the sense that, okay, it was $100. You got 90 days to get everything built out and ready to go before you actually have to start paying anything. That's plenty of time to get in, at least get one or two deals coming in. That way your at least your ClickFunnels subscription is covered. Because if you can't get one or two customers in 90 days, you got some problems. Either I'm terrible at what I do, or you're terrible at what you do, and we got to figure something out here.
maybe you're just not cut out for this entrepreneurship.
Maybe, I don't know, but I think I'm pretty good at getting people set up online and getting some traffic in. All right. So problems though with free and low ticket and low barrier to entry offers, a lot of unqualified leads, a lot of dabblers. As you know, people who pay attention, and then people that have no intention of ever doing business with you, they just like freebie stuff. So
Yeah. Tire kickers, and those are the ones that consume the most time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When I worked at the car dealership, our GSM always hated the free hot dogs and the cookouts, because it didn't bring in the right customers for the sale. Most of the time they were just there for free hot dog or whatever, coming over from service and clogging up the lead flow. Something you should
Clogging up the lobby.
Yeah, clogging up the lobby, trying to get the hot dog, and wasting our time.
And they're gonna leave. They're gonna ask, "Oh, what about that car over there? How about that car?"
Yep, as they get their 2-year-old whatever serviced over there. Now that's not to say that those aren't potential customers, because if you're good, you can flip them and turn them and get them out of service and then put them in a new car, either the same payment or lower payment. So not that you should knock those types of sales, those people coming in. You just got to be really good at working those leads that do saunter over from service to when they smell the hot dogs cooking on the grill. So it's not all bad, but it's not the best either.
What would you say? You think hamburger customers are better than hot dog customers? Or
Yeah, I think the hamburger customers are better than the hot dog customers.
Hey, give out some steak and see what kind of Okay.
Discount offers is the fourth thing that the last chapter talks about, and I'm not a big fan of discounts, simply because you got to end up selling more to make the same amount of money as if you didn't discount. But people like a sale. People like to see that they're quote unquote saving money. I don't know. I'm still not a fan. I think I put a blog post out a long time ago about discounts and did the actual math in it. I'll have to find it.
So
if I find it,
What does he say about discounts? He's encouraging discounts.
He's encouraging, but we're talking like significant price reductions, 50% plus, not just small 10, 20% deals. So the purpose is obviously to attract people who normally wouldn't buy. And I'm not going to lie, like I take advantage of those offers from digital marketer uh, before they kind of switch their model for what they do now. They sold their certification courses, and it was like, I don't know, 3-4 grand or something like that. I ended up scooping it up during the pandemic for like 997 or something like that. I got access to all the courses I could be certified for them by for 997. The problem with it is that it cheapens your brand, and people only wait for when you do the big discounts. You know,
That that could be true.
plus it makes the people that already bought mad that, you know what, I paid $5,000 for this and now you're selling it for 2,500. Damn it.
Yeah, but
And another thing, I'll be open honest here. Cardone, his 10x marketing system program or whatever, he was selling that for like, I don't know, 5 grand. I think I snaked it up for 497 or something like that. I don't know. It was like super cheap discount. Granted, it was months later after it kind of died down. Everybody kind of signed up for it and burned the fields with it. But still, I got access to it. I got the funnels, and you know they're out in the wild right now, doing the work. So
it does leave a sour taste in your mouth when you pay full price for something and then you see it discounted later for half or even more. It makes you it can sometimes have an effect where you'll say, you know what, next time I'm just going to wait for it to go on sale.
you could, because that's one of the things. I mean, it trains people to wait for the discount. However, there are some use cases that it is beneficial for, you know, well understood services, dentists, gyms, salons, etc. But you can use it as a back end upsell. So it could be an older service that you provide, and you have a newer service that is complementary to it. To get people to take the newer service, you can offer the older service that somebody may have wanted, um, that is in tandem with it, that kind of enhances the newer, et cetera, and do a bundled deal there. It it's great for info products as well, because again, the cost of fulfillment for info products is pennies on the dollar. When it actually comes to your time, effort, and energy, and overhead and things like that, if you have a physical location or perform any type of service, it does get a little bit more cumbersome to deal with. Like, so for um, let's say if you're a small auto shop, right? Um, you know, you tire rotations are typically $100, but if you get an oil change, we'll do the tire rotation for $50 just because it's already on the lift, and the guy can rotate the tires while the oil's draining, type deal. So it's not like it's a hassle. It's just an added service type deal.
Mm, okay.
And
Sort of like an on the spot OTO, one time offer.
yep,
One time offer, upsell for 50% off. And that it's sort of like you're not going to see this discount again. You either take it now or it's going to disappear on the next page.
exactly that. And if you do it right and you build your funnel right within ClickFunnels, if you have a timer on it for when it disappears or for when it goes away, when that offer is done, like they try to go back, or they save that page, or they bookmark it or something like that to go back to it later,
It'll be gone.
uh, it'll be gone. Like it will, you can redirect it to another page. And even for the funnel itself, like you can redirect it to another page in the funnel that has the full price of that offer. So if anybody new is going through there and they didn't buy it at the time of the big discount of the sale, they'll still see the offer, but they'll end up upselling at full price instead of the discounted price. So things to consider when you're building your funnels. And so to kind of wrap everything up here, the 5 strategic takeaways of this chapter. And again, if you want this chapter sent to you, let me know that you signed up for the Money Models event, either in the comments of this video or send me a DM with your email. But the takeaways are always match the offer type to the market and your business stage. Okay, if you're just starting out compared to being a business for 20 years, there's a lot of give and take that you can do. If you're a 20-year-old business, you might be able to weather some losses a little bit. You don't really want to lose. If you're a new business, you absolutely can't weather any losses and give away the farm for free. And new markets, lead with a free or discount to prove results and collect testimonials. As your reputation grows, shift to premium pricing for higher profits and margins. And the offer structure matters just as much as the offer itself. So layer it, sequence it properly, and wrap other offers to maximize your conversions.
Wrap around. I love it. I love it. This, I think I may keep that on in the back of my mind for Saturday. Maybe if I'm you know how it is. You can watch it on your phone. I could be anywhere. I could still be doing other things and might have it playing in the background. I just want to see what I think for me. This is a book. It's a book launch, and I'm not sure if last time he had an upsell with it or anything like that. But
Well, for his other launch,
he didn't. He didn't even make an offer at the end, right?
no, there was no offer at the end. Russell did a talk about it and was kind of like, "What are you doing, dude?" Because he broke down the webinar itself after the fact and talked about it. And he mentioned, because everybody's saying, "Oh, it's Russell's perfect webinar. It's Russell's perfect webinar," because it was. But he didn't make an offer at the end. He gave everything away for free. He did the whole stack and the close, and everything was free. But he did sell the book, and there was an upsell on the book where you can buy additional copies and give them away. He did the same thing with this one. It's like you can buy the one, and if you bought, and for his other one, see, this is how he did the premium offer, and he wrapped it around. So the acquisition.com hat, he said nobody has this hat except for people that work for acquisition.com. And because you couldn't get the hat anywhere, he wrapped it into premium book sales. So if you bought 4 books, you got the hat for free. So,
and that was the offer. So
that was the offer for his last book.
So let me ask you. So coming out of that last launch, what was the max amount of money that you could have handed to him?
A lot.
What do you mean a lot? I guess if you got a bunch of books, is that right?
If you bought a bunch of books, you can pretty much infinite, unlimited money type deals. As many books as you could buy, that's how much money you can get out of it, because that's really the only thing that he was selling. And I don't even remember like the book bundles that he was kind of pushing. I just know I bought the 4 books so I could get the hat, which was stupid, but I got the hat. And I did give away a couple of the books, so I think I might have 2 on my shelf. I got to give one away. Do you have the book? If you don't have the book, I'll send it to you.
I don't have the physical book, and I think I have the audio book for 100 million offers. I have the audio version, and then 100 million leads. The entire audio book was on his podcast.
So, and like I said, you don't have to buy the book because he gives everything away for free in some way, shape, or form or other. And he again follows the principles of the different mediums. You have the digital download, you have the audio, and you have the physical copy of the book. I mean, and each one has its own separate value. And what's crazy is he puts more value onto the physical copy than he does the digital or the audio version, because he pretty much gives the audio version away for free.
Yeah,
but there's a method to his madness. He wants to build up these businesses, and with his generosity of teaching them how to get so far, then they kind of come back to him like, okay, you helped me get this far, help me get a little bit further, and that's when he kind of takes over and invests into his company, into their company for a percentage.
So this book and launch is one big lead magnet.
That's it. He's just trying to get as many business and up and coming entrepreneurs as possible, to teach them and school them up, and then buy their businesses later.
He's
Cardone
using,
kind.
I was
Oh,
gonna
go
say,
ahead.
he's using it as an SLO, self-liquidating offer, because I'm sure he spent millions of dollars on ads.
Yeah, and if people are buying the books up front, he just has the money to keep. He's probably taking all of that money and putting it right back into ads. Like, he's probably not keeping anything in house by covering the books. And once the books are covered, he's putting it into the ads. And I mean, he's not the only one doing this type of work. I mean, Cardone does the same thing. He's selling his programs to put you at a different level, so then you can make more money, so you can come back to him and invest in his real estate. Russell's kind of doing the same thing, in the sense of, okay, I'm helping you a little bit here, build the business up, I send you up the ladder to, join a prime mover, 10 grand, make the 10 grand back as quickly as possible, and hit your million, and then you can invest into his inner circle, and then go in and up from there to eventually invest into his marketing school, so to speak, that he's trying to build an event center, school and event center.
But you see the difference between what Russell and Cardone are doing and what Hormozi is doing. You can go to Grant Cardone and he's going to have a $997 offer for you. He's going to have a repurposed course. He's going to have a repurposed course book, and he's going to call it something. He's going to say $497.
Mhm.
And he's going to include some parts from maybe his major training program. He's going to repurpose that thing until there's nothing left.
He's going to reduce, reuse, and recycle as much as possible, and he has, and can't knock him for it. I mean, a lot of his
Yeah.
live trainings a lot of his live 3-hour trainings that he does on the weekend, he takes and repurposes them as a course and sells them for like $97. Not only did he make the money, putting it up on YouTube and having people watch it, he's making the money on the back end reselling it. So there's so many ways to make money, folks. It's absolutely insane. And if you're smart about it and you're good with your time about it, you can do the same thing too.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, I'm comparing the two. Russell and Cardone have offers and ways for people to give them money, but I guess Hormozi is just big ticket. I don't even know how to spend money with him other than a book.
You don't spend money with him very easily. However, he has started opening up small group training sessions like Cardone. So you
in,
can go to like one
in
of the,
Vegas.
yeah, in Vegas. So it's a business boot camp. You can spend money to go to one of his business boot camps, but you have to be at a certain level already. Like, not, I know I wouldn't qualify to go. And yeah, you can go to the business boot camp and learn from them, and then they'll obviously pitch you for the coaching or whatever else that they have there for the equity stake in your business to help it grow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you don't already know, Hormozi has a website for acquisition.com, right? And when you go there, you can grab oh man, what how much free stuff can you get there? I think
Everything's free.
yeah, yeah.
Everything's free.
He's got an entire an offer creator there. Because I remember I went there and I was like, wow, this is really good stuff right here. And it's almost like a business masterclass that you can go to, and you get access to it for free. I always keep that website bookmarked. Have there been any changes to it recently?
I don't know if there's been any major changes to it. I'm not a frequent.
Are you going to it right now?
Yeah, I'm not a frequent flyer of the website itself, but if I could spell.
And I remember as we were going through the book back then, he would say, just go to this website right here, and you can get my whole offer name creator, this whole training on this absolutely free. You'd go there, he'd have some videos there, he'd have a couple of resources there that you could download. He is the king of free. I would say
Yes.
he's the king of free. And he's not doing, I don't think he's doing gyms anymore. I remember when he sold that?
Sold Gym Launch. Yeah, he sold Gym Launch for a good chunk of money. He had a software called Allen to help get you leads as well. He sold that. But no, his site has changed a lot. It's simplified, and his latest lead magnet now is the $100 million scaling roadmap. And I think it's a good lead magnet because it kind of puts you exactly where you're at and tells you exactly what you need to do to move to the next step. So if you're always stuck in the business, there's so many resources out there from, I know we're talking a lot tonight about Alex and acquisition.com, but only for the simple fact that he was a foundational like ClickFunnels dude and where he has gone today and what he's currently teaching. So, everybody's getting up in age. There's people coming up underneath of them that's learning and continuing um, continuing the cycle on, continuing the education on for people that are younger, up and coming, and you need that. So definitely check out his stuff. And we don't make any money. We're just kind of from it. We're just kind of talking about it because it's a resource that has helped us along the way. So we tell you about it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think what we talk about are strategies, resources that we find and we come upon every day, and even persons and people that have that may be putting out good information, or maybe put out helpful strategies, books, resources. Yeah, and sometimes it's just that thing that you need for it to click within your own business. Yeah, so definitely check the resources out. And what I always believe is, I always believe that if you absorb the information, you may not use it all. You may not see everything as as beneficial to you, or maybe not apply to you, but you can take what's good and then don't just don't use the rest, but don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Keep,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, keep what's good, and tweak it to your business and to your specific situation. I think that's how, I think everyone thinks that ideas are just something new that just drop out of the air, but most, or if not all, new innovations are not reinventing the wheel, but they're just creating some type of variation, or mixing what someone else couldn't see together to create something new and innovative. Uh, GPT-5.
Oh, game changer. Love
What?
GPT-5. There's so many people
What?
complaining about it though,
What?
because they're like,
What?
my best friend GPT-4o is gone. I don't have my best friend anymore. Bring it back, please, dude. It's an AI thing. I will say the responses are a little bit crisper. They're not as I don't know, I like to say loose, or I don't know, buddy, so to speak. It's still talking and using dashes way too much, so you can still tell it's AI.
Oh, the
But
long dash. Yeah.
yeah, the M dash or the just regular hyphens or whatever. But other than that, I think the responses now are a little bit better. It has the new agent mode, which is nice. Agent mode works best in the browser, not so much in the downloaded application for the desktop or whatever. So you kind of need it in the browser so it can go whatever, do what it needs to do. But no, I like it. My latest blog post was written by GPT-5. The thing I didn't like about it though is like I was kind of playing around with it, and it gave me the 52 ideas. And I told it to write me a new blog post every Sunday with the agent. It's supposed to do it, so we'll see what happens this Sunday. But as I was working with it, I wanted to give me an easy copy and paste thing. I put it in ClickFunnels, and I said just put that blog post into a Word document, and it did, but it didn't give me what it originally gave me. It gave me something completely new and different, which was kind of okay. It still read okay, but it's okay. So, new blog post is how to train your people and keep them. So, because training people and keeping them is very important for your business, because the more you have to replace people, the more expensive it is to run your business.
And also, the more you train them, the better skilled they become, the harder it becomes to keep them.
Yeah, I don't mean that type of training. I mean for like onboarding processes, like having better training and onboarding. That way people don't get frustrated and quit because they're not getting the support they needed to be good at their job. Because people want to be good at their job. People want to feel successful in the role that they do. And some people are just built for jobs, right? But if they're not satisfied in the job they do, they're going to go find something to be satisfied in. So go read it.
I'm gonna have to read that because I think where I have so I don't have employees, but I do outsource. Of course, I hire people, and interesting. I was talking to Dante Torelli,
Hmm.
and well, of course, you know Dante Torelli, and I think he was telling me this at when we were out there in Jasper. I'm going to say this out there for everybody to hear, but he was telling me that the most successful e-commerce person on ClickFunnels, and you know who that is.
Hmm.
Yeah, the coach. He says he has 0 employees. Were you there for that conversation?
I don't think so.
No, yeah, he has 0 employees. He outsources everything. And I thought, wow, okay. Yeah, but the point that you were making about how to train your employees, and I get that too, because when you're, somebody completely new and you're trying to train them, I've got to learn, I need to learn and to actually coach them more on how I do like it, and not so much tell them, no, I didn't like that. Nope, that's not good. So, okay, if that's not good, then let me show you what I would have done, and then I can actually train them. So eventually, I'll be able to give them assignments and just completely hands off, because isn't that the goal?
That's it. And I'll share with you this training I got from a very prominent marketer that worked for Yahoo at one point in time to help you train your, or at least hire the proper VAs. Can't give it to everybody because I'm not licensed to do that, and two, I don't want to get in trouble. But Mark's a good guy, so that's what you get when you're friends with me.
Oh, I thought you were going to give me a nice little nugget right now.
Nope, can't do that. It's copyright, man.
I thought you were going to give me a quick little nugget and say, do this. I'd be like, okay, all right, I'll try it. Definitely cool. Well, I heard that GPT-5 wasn't, I don't, yeah, I've heard that GPT-5 isn't that much of an increase from the GPT-4. But I think if you're doing it for really super deep research, you might notice changes. But for me, I think I'm typically just looking for it to, spark ideas. You know what? I end up getting copy from Chat GPT and then completely, you know what I mean? Just completely taking maybe 2 or 3 words from it and still writing my own. Because I always think that, I have my own tone and my own voice,
Hmm.
I have my own tone and my own voice, and there are things that I'm gonna say that might not be proper English, or and I really don't care. you know, if you can understand me, great. If you can't understand me, great. Maybe I'll try to help you understand me. But if anybody out there can't understand me, let me know in the comments, and I'll try to change. Maybe. What about you, Brandon?
I don't know, man. When it comes to training, I think I kind of do the same thing as well. So I probably need to get better, at least explaining what I want up front, and then that way it goes smoothly on the back end instead of just giving somebody a document. It's like, hey, read this and then do what it says. You know what helps with that? Videos. If you don't have Loom or something like that, definitely get it. Record the video of exactly what you want, and that way, there's no way that they would be able to fail.
Right. I think I get a little frustrated because I think, the reason that I'm hiring you is to take this off of my plate,
Mm-hmm.
meaning the time that I'm spending. And if I have to spend time to either go through this, then what am I paying you for?
Exactly. Now
Yeah,
makes total sense, but that again, that's where the training comes in. So you got to build out the SOPs, you got to build out the video trainings,
clear
um,
instructions, clear
and have the
instructions.
clear instructions. That's it.
Yes, yes. All right. Then well, we're looking forward to the launch this weekend. Give me 1 second here and let's see if we can put that up on the screen. Once more, we're going with the stacked here. The stacked with the QR code right there, and it should be shooting right out to the comments as well. We want your feedback. We want to know what you thought about the launch. What are you expecting? Let us know in the comments, and we'll come back next week and we'll talk about that and how the launch went. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely. See you next week.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Take care.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
See ya.